Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Tia Talk podcast here on a Monday morning. It's been quite the weekend. Not a good one. I don't know if any of you have been following the news, but with Hurricane Helene that hit Florida and just kept on going, there's been so much devastation in North Carolina and Tennessee, Georgia. Like, who would have ever thought that a hurricane so strong could go so far? And this was a bad one. Um, it makes me get really emotional to watch, videos of what's going on and feeling very helpless because, you know, years ago when we didn't have as many dogs, we could just jump in our vehicles and go help people and their animals. And now we can't. Me with my 15 dogs in my house, I can't just leave. So it's kind of depressing that I can't help anymore. So to drown my sorrows, I guess, and just not think about it anymore, I just binge watched Netflix, something even more depressing and darker. The new miniseries called Monsters, the story of Lyle and Eric Menendez. And I will have to say that I was quite surprised. Even though I was familiar with the storyline and I was what in my 20s when that happened. So, I mean, I remember it, but throughout the years I've heard details here and there. But wow, this miniseries was powerful. I can't decide if it was the acting, which was phenomenal, or the way it was produced, which was also phenomenal. Now, of course, I'm attracted to these type of shows because anything to do with crime and prison, it just it draws me in. And no surprise, the real life Menendez brothers are up in arms, saying that it was a poor portrayal. That's not the way it really went down. Um, and even though there may be some inaccuracies, let me tell you something, Lyle and Eric. This producer who put this together just put y'all back on the map. People are talking about this case, and I would have to say that people are leaning towards being team team Eric and Lyle. A lot of positive, uh, you know, uh, comments about it. Now, don't get me wrong. No one is disputing that they did not kill their parents, but it was the circumstances that led up to it and the reasons behind why they did it that this new Netflix miniseries is just bringing more attention to it and letting you see the different angles, for lack of a better word, and you decide what you believe. Um, so I don't know why these brothers are complaining because um, this thing just blew up. And everything I'm seeing on TikTok and other social media platforms is like, oh my gosh, either give them a retrial or let them out. You know, um, Almost like saying, we don't blame you for killing your parents over what really happened. But did it really happen? See, that's the big $1 million question. But I'll tell you, it definitely got my mind off of things that were going on in today's real world because it was one of those shows that just had you guessing. And just when you thought you had the answer, you're like, then the next episode comes along and puts a spin on it. But the two brothers, the two actors that played the brothers, oh my God, they were fantastic. Fantastic, especially the one that played Eric Menendez. I mean, it was him. Like it was him. Um, just amazing, just amazing. But I will say this, it did give me pause to maybe not judge that book by the cover, which is such a cliche. But in this case, it definitely played a part because one of the biggest scandals in the whole case and story is that from jail, Lyle did write a book. He did not know that he was being recorded um, telling these stories. And a woman, I'll tell you, pretty evil what she did, but chip, chip, cheerio that she knew to do it. She befriended Lyle Menendez and, as a love interest, sucked him in. So he just starts telling her all kinds of things. Meanwhile, he doesn't know that she's recording him the whole time, making notes, and she turns it into a book. I mean, yikes. But I don't know, man, that was pretty brilliant if you ask me. Um, so yeah, so the book is probably flying off the shelves again because of this Netflix series. So, but yeah, it was very interesting. You know who else got a reboot because of this? And I'm not gonna give it all away. Milli Vanilli. Do y'all remember them? If you're young, you won't remember them. All I'm gonna leave you with is Milli Vanilli. Um, because of this Netflix series and these stories coming out, you go on TikTok and everything is Milli Vanilli. Oh, I remember them. I so remember them. And do y'all remember the scandal behind them? So, yeah, it was an interesting weekend. And here we go. Monday, time to face the firing squad, aka my employees, and let's see what the week brings. Okay, y'all. Well, it's time for me to go. Time for me to get back to work. And just remember, my mission is to rescue, but my hope is that one day I won't have to.
From the start, you would break my heart, but still I had to play this painful part. You wrapped me around your little bitty finger with your magic smile. You kept me hanging on a lover's cross a while. You put your spell on me, took my breath away, but there was nothing I could do to make you stay. I'm gonna miss you, all the love I feel for you. Nothing could make me change my point of view. Oh girl, I'm gonna miss you, baby.
Getting all the love I feel for you could make you change your point of view. You're leaving,
is all